Weapons. Every single FPS game has them, and they're usually guns, but what if you could fully customize the guns that you have? We've actually seen quite a few different bases that let you customize your weapons, including of course the one and only Arc 9 base. We've already taken a look at this base before. If you guys do want to check that video out, I'll put it in the top right corner. It's a really cool base with a bunch of awesome settings and a ton of customization. But sometimes some people can take that customization to a level that some would say is a little bit cursed. Now you guys know I hate that word, but trust me, I don't use it lightly here. This is a very disturbing weapon pack. And to show you guys, and to really get this video off on the right foot, we have the Claymore on a stick. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this. So, we can't change anything obviously, but going into trivia, crude anti-tank personnel whatever in front of you device from the peak of the Highlands. I think the creator is absolutely mad. Lethality increases the longer it flies. Airburst detonates by proximity and shoots shrapnel, but has a long arm delay. Alright, so how do you work this? Well, you simply throw it. Like a spear. And like I said, it's really effective for killing things from far away. As they said, it does more damage the longer it flies, so taking out a whole group is pretty easy. Now what about the right click? Well, with the right click, you poke NPCs, and I just think that's the goofiest looking thing ever. Surprisingly though, it does not hurt us. Although you can use it to rocket jump. That's right, you're watching peak Gmod gameplay. Alright, so what could be even more ridiculous than a claymore on a stick? Are you ready? Grenades on a stick. Oh guys, I wish I was kidding. This is a ridiculous weapon pack. So once again, we can see some awesome stats here thanks to the Arc 9 base, some trivia. Bundle up to 7 grenades together so your explosions are never lonely. A sober person would throw it. Alright, I love the creator of this mod, by the way. This is just... oh, here goes nothing. So it should be 7 grenades, which means 7 explosions. Oh, okay, that did not disappoint. But just in case you wanted to get in close, you can simply right-click and beat the living hell out of someone with a live grenade. Alright, it's time to move it along here. We have the weapons from the motherland. Okay, we've hit the controversial part of the pack. Left click. Oh, that is really satisfying. That animation with the smack sound. Pretty good stuff. So not only can you beat the living hell out of NPCs with this, but if you press right click, you play the song of the communist nation. And the song alone is enough to make their ears bleed. So much so that they end up dying from absolute terror. Looking at this, we can see assemble its true form to reduce damage from the front and radiate energy. So when we do this, we're also lowering the amount of damage we take. And check this out. Okay. Alright, so we've gone down the rabbit hole. How much worse can this pack get? Well, this is the Kromusjin 18. I don't know if I said that right, but it's an anti-tank rifle. Now that can mean a lot of things to a lot of people, but this is where some of the weapons get kind of weird. First things first, we have the XM70. Look at all the things this changes. So these kits completely change the weapon. You've heard of underbarrel anti-tank weapon. Get ready for a not G3 underbarrel weapon for your anti-tank rifle. I love that he mentioned the G3 because if you guys don't know, that's my favorite gun. But we've now turned a rocket launcher into a machine gun. And, well, I think it's better if we just show what this thing does normally. So we load in the rocket, or the RPG. Wait, what? So obviously this is meant to pierce through a tank's armor, I imagine. It's not very good for anti-personnel, which is exactly why this kit comes in handy. And while we're doing this, we can go ahead and put on a muzzle brake or a silencer or compensator. And then also while we're at it, we can put on some optics. So we have a bunch of different choices here. Let me just go ahead and take care of these combine real quick. Oh, we gotta reload. So now it's a bullpup style rifle, which is pretty damn sick, I gotta admit. So going into sights with the Arc 9 base, we have a bunch of different sights we can choose from. Anything from hybrid sights or magnifiers to reflex sights and even full-blown scopes, even like sniper scopes. This can get pretty ridiculous pretty quickly. Alright, so this thing is already looking mighty fine. So it's pretty much just a battle rifle now, you know, nothing too crazy. But let's change it up to an RPG. Now, it's an RPG with a sniper scope, which isn't all that outrageous. And as you could imagine, this thing is very good at, well, killing anything. And then we have the tandem. Now this is apparently a concentrated explosive to retain the normal anti-armor mindset. Still, madness. Whatever the hell that means. So looking at it, it does look a little bit different. Although honestly, it still explodes. So I guess pick your poison. Alright, and then next up we have the TDR grenade launcher. So as the name suggests, it's your normal run-of-the-mill grenade launcher. But as you probably expect, we're going to really switch that up. We have a few frames to choose from here. Some that really do change how the weapon acts. For instance, now we have an auto grenade launcher. So it's not just going to be one grenade. We can load in a bunch of them. And obviously we can put a sight on this too. So now it is an automatic grenade launcher. Looks pretty freaking sweet, but that's not crazy enough for me. So let's go ahead and switch it up. We have the MTS. Now, well, we have now turned this thing into a revolving break action rifle, which looks awesome. In fact, wait, oh no. We have now turned this thing into a break action shotgun. A revolving break action shotgun at that. And then of course you can choose a bunch of different kinds of grips. I'm gonna go with the heavy because it looks the most weird. You can also choose different types of ammo, like the spring type. What does this do? Well, it bounces. So it kind of acts like the crossbow where you can shoot on the ground and it'll then ricochet and kill your target. Alright, so now we're gonna move forward. We have the MTS. This is, well, it's just a standard revolver. Nothing too crazy. It is a break action, which looks awesome. It still retains that grenade launcher look, but now it acts, well, like a revolver. And then we have the Pirate. It pretty much shortens. The magic auto eject is no more. Wait, what? Okay, so I'm having a bit of trouble understanding some of these descriptions, but it's pretty much just a grenade launcher now. But again, you can change that up into a shotgun if you so desire. So now it's a shotgun with explosive rounds. And that was just the first part. Now we go into the primary weapons. This is obviously very op-oriented, the Aldrich 38. Going into the frame, we have the AE-50. So once again, if you guys read the descriptions, they're pretty damn hilarious. And this thing has a bunch of different things you can put on it. We're gonna go ahead and put this on. I don't even know what the hell that is. We have all these attachments. So you could put things like a flashlight, or if you want, even a tactical laser. And then down here, you can put a foregrip. And this is where you can get pretty nuts, because I am now going to put, well, whatever I can on this thing. All right, this is the level of cursed we are now at. Let's just, you know what? Screw it. Yeah, that looks cool. Oh, a reflex sight on my scope? Who said having 3 sights was too much? All right, and here we are. So this is absolute madness. So now we can look through our scope if we want. We can switch to our other sight on top. It is kind of being covered up. That, oh my god, look at all the laser sights converging in the middle. This is hilarious. So this is kind of your run-of-the-mill sniper rifle. Obviously, we do want to use the scope for this. It looks awesome. But maybe you're tired of the sniper life. We can go into this. Okay, we might want to remove that. But maybe you want to turn your rifle into an SMG. Well, that is exactly what this does. But of course, we can't just have this thing stock. We gotta add some things to it. We're gonna go with the foldable stock because that just looks kind of ridiculous. We can also put on a reflex sight, which we definitely are going to do. For the muzzle, I decided to put a suppressor on it because I thought, you know what, SMGs do work good with that. Now the underguard. This is where things can get ridiculous. We could put off a sawn-off Garand. I don't even... Wait, what? Okay, so in order to use this, press E and right-click. And now we're using the secondary part of the gun. Oh, it's a freaking grenade launcher. Alright, that doesn't really fit an SMG, but if you don't like that, you can go with the knocker. It's a 12-gauge shotgun. That's right. We need to reload. But now we have an underbarrel shotgun, which again is not unusual. Like, there are plenty of things like this for weapons, but I think it's a little unusual for an SMG like this. And then we can even put in the UMP-45. It's a cut UMP plastered onto the bottom of this gun, and we can even choose the magazine type. So, little gun, not so little gun. It doesn't really matter. We're just gonna go with whatever. This is hilarious. I am loving this. So now we have the UMP portion. And we have the regular SMG. So it's 2 SMGs in one pretty much. And hey, maybe you wanted to put a sight on the side of your gun. And you totally can do that. So now we have 2 different reflex sights that you can use if you really want. Alright, so I think we've gone a little too crazy with this, but you can really just go ham if you really want. Next up, we have the auto. Now this is interesting because now we've pretty much just turned this into a standard automatic rifle. Obviously, we still have the 2 sights on there. By the way, look at this pullback mechanism. That's what you pull back when you do a full reload. Alright, next up we have the AK. And what are we going to do to this beloved AK? Well, we can change a lot of things. First things first, we have the receiver. We can do anything from turning it into a carbine to having 16 gauge. Yes. That's shotgun, by the way. Have you ever seen an AK shotgun? Well, now you have. We also just have the standard assault. We have marksman, or hell, even an SMG. I don't know. Oh my god, that looks so wrong, sticking a mag that small in there. But hey, it does shoot like an SMG. And then we even have a dart gun, which just looks comical, or an LMG. So straight up turning this into an absolute beast of a gun. And then of course we have the stock you can change, which there are some pretty weird looking ones that don't really match the weapon at all, but we're just gonna go with this. And we also have the foregrip, which we're gonna go with the heavy. Alright, so now we have completely transformed this. It is not even remotely the same gun it once was, but we can go even more ridiculous, because if you go with something like the marksman, well, now you can adjust the handguard, and this is what's really going to transform the weapon. Honestly, there's so much going on here, I don't even know which one to pick. We have a modernized handrail now. Alright, I gotta say, this actually looks pretty badass, so if you want a more modern look, you can. We got naked, we got poly, comes with a fancy rear iron sight. We also have a Saiga-like design, N94. I don't even... Alright, I'm starting to get a little lost, but the bottom line is, each of these does change a lot of things, including this one. We've now turned this weapon into a single fire gun. Although, if you press B, you can change fire mode to... oh. Hey, look, we even got the RPK. So overall, not too bad. Definitely not as crazy as we've seen before. But now we have the assault carbine, and look how big... But now we have the assault carbine, and this one has, again, a bunch of different options. Honestly, so much. I don't even know if I'll be able to cover all this, but you can turn this thing from anything from a 3-round burst all the way to a light machine gun. And obviously even more beyond that. There is just so much customization. You even have a crossbow, so if you want to turn your assault rifle into a crossbow, you now can. Alright, check this out. We even have like a P90 style magazine. That is so bizarre on this weapon. Alright, I've gone ahead and decked this thing out. Look how ridiculous this weapon looks. And this is just something I did in like 2 seconds. You can really go ham. Alright, so this is the sweeper. As you guys can imagine, it is now a shotgun. And if that's not enough, we even have a bolt action style. That's right, a modern AR with bolt action. That looks so goofy. But it's incredible how even though some of these things are bizarre, they fit so well. Like, I mean, a chainsaw grip? That's right, a chainsaw grip. Oh, and of course you can even put a grenade launcher style iron sight on this if you really want. Oh my god. But hey, you know what? It still shoots just fine. Alright, now we have just gone to absolute levels of madness. Twin barrel 9mm. This thing looks like a gun out of a sci-fi game. But let's check this out. Oh my god. It is even better than I imagined. 2 magazines, by the way. Alright, I think we've had enough of this, but this definitely has the most customization that we've seen so far. The show must go on, though. We have this crazy looking thing. Now, I know there are pistols that do have crazy stocks like this. Let's go ahead and put an optic on this first. But you're going to notice that, frame-wise, you have some interesting options. You have burst, and obviously, as the name suggests, it's going to let you burst, but check this out. Look at this sight we have. It's so, like, off-kilter. It's weird as hell. We also have the carbine, pretty much turning this into a full-blown assault rifle with twin drum magazines, because why not? I mean, as you can see, it's the only real solution. We also have the Malorian. Oh, this one just oozes style. I love it. And this one magically increases damage in the name of style, and it is not kidding. 216% long range and 171 for close up. Now, just like with every other weapon, you can go balls to the wall with some of these attachments. Now, sadly, the pistol doesn't have very many, but this looks pretty ridiculous as it is. And you might be wondering, how strong is this really? Well, Well, it can 3-shot a hunter. You know, I think I've seen this reload somewhere. Is this from Cyberpunk? I swear to God, this reloads just like Johnny's pistol. I'm just now realizing that Johnny's pistol is called the Malorian, so I think that answers that question. And of course, last up we have the SD. No, you can have a normal pistol configuration. Also removed full auto for you. Alright, so obviously I believe that they meant cannot, but check this out. We have a pistol, but sadly it does not have fully automatic, although I don't know why you'd want it with a 16-round mag. Alright, so honestly, everything considered, pretty normal. You really can't control a whole bunch. I mean, turning it into an SMG is pretty cool. But now we go on to the battle rifle. This thing is very old-fashioned. Now, the first thing you're gonna notice, right off the bat, is there's some pretty cool frames for this. Completely changing the look in some ways, we have the Vanguard. It has an extra funky, definitely not foldable stock. But it is pretty cool, and, well, it's pretty standard for this type of gun. We don't want standard, though. We want to go balls to the wall, so let me put on some few things here just to really make this interesting. There we go. Okay. Let's go into the YSL. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is this is going to make the weapon quite a bit longer, and it's starting to give it that more modern look. But that might just be because we slapped a bunch of attachments on it. Now, the cool thing is this one has selectable fire, so now, as you can see, it is not shooting like it used to, and it's not even clip-fed anymore. It's just straight up full-on magazine. And then we have the SCF, which doesn't look all that different, but I gotta say, I think I like it a bit more than the last one. And we have the Slam. Unholy creation for all your trench sweeping needs. It still goes ping even though it doesn't use clips anymore. This is because dies of cringe. Seriously guys, read some of the— oh my god, we did not just put a shell in there. Okay, we have turned this thing into a shotgun and my nightmares are real now. But I mean, to its credit, it does shoot like a shotgun. It does make the ping sound. Alright, this is getting kind of weird. Let's go with Scav. Lever action conversion that could only have come from the hands of some Eastern European crackhead. What? Alright, a lot of ammo going in this thing, but we are good to go now. And this is one hell of a rifle. The M1000, futuristic garage kit made for space mining operations. Alright, they're starting to lose me now. But this one really isn't all that different. Oh, alright, check out this reload though. Wait. Did he just pick up the clip and put it back in? Alright, I presume that that's a new one, because why would you put the same clip back in? And now we go on to secondaries. Here we have the pistol. Going into the frame, we have auto, burst, SD, well rod, compact, carbine, and artillery. Let's go to artillery, because this thing looks ridiculous. Okay. It's pretty cool, though. I mean, it's a pistol with a drum magazine. I mean, that's not super unusual, but we can also turn this thing into a absolute SMG beast. Alright, just look at this. I gotta say, this doesn't even look all that bad. I mean, it looks goofy, nonetheless, of course, but it's kind of usable. So overall, for this pistol, there's not too many crazy weird-looking ones, except for maybe these two. Okay, never mind, you can put a stock on this. That looks really strange. Again, though, I know some pistols do this, and it actually works pretty well. Oh my god, what is the rate of fire on this? Alright, next up, oh boy. We have the SMG, and there's a few things you can do with this. I'm gonna go with this because this just looks hilarious. For the barrel, we can change to the proto, the vented, the full, or the half. I'm gonna go with this because this just looks strange. And then we can put the proto handguard. And then for the stock, there's not too many choices, but screw it, we're just gonna go full on proto. And I gotta say, this looks pretty good, you know? We're still within the normal range. But that is, of course, until we go to the final pistol, the revolver. And this one has the SLD. A double barrel pistol. Now, I think it's a shotgun. Yes, it is. Okay, so this isn't too crazy. I mean, it's kind of just like an old-fashioned sawed-off shotgun. But this is where it gets goofy. 50 BMG. I'm sure you guys know what that means. We put a single 50 caliber round in this, and it just looks so ridiculous. It just takes up the entire length of the gun. Now, obviously, a BMG is crazy strong. So how strong is it? Well, if you can't tell, it can two-shot a hunter, which is definitely not too shabby. And then the last up is, well, I mean, look at this. We turned it into a miniature rocket launcher, and I love this. I'm a big RPG fan, so having it handheld just makes it even more convenient. And there you guys have it. That is the entirety of this crazy weapon pack called the Smorgasbord. Oh man, I can never say that right. But there is a lot of weird weapons in this. I gotta say, it got less weird as we went on, but it also might just be the way that I went about it, because I mean, you can go pretty crazy with this. So let me know what your favorite weapon is down below, and definitely have a go at this. It is really fun to kind of create your own monstrosity. But as always, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. You can leave a like, subscribe. Here's all the NPCs I killed in this video. Links will be in the description, and until next time, thanks for watching, and farewell.